Boyfriend went to visit his mom in Europe and I found out a horrible truth. PT2. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. So the harassment continued for months, until I had a nervous breakdown. To add insult to injury, his mother sent the childhood friend who covered for him to my work to intimidate me there. And then TB's sister joined in the messed up circus, wanting to protect their elderly mom from more shocking revelations. Which I can understand somewhat, my mom's the same age, but these people have a knack for jumping in without fact checking at all. They see drama, it's like a shark smelling a drop of blood. And not once did any of these horrid people stop to consider that they're breaking me with their words, their abuse, their lies and their threats. The end result was me leaving my job, which I loved and had so many goals that I still wanted to realize. In retrospect, I should have stood my ground then, asked for help and explained what was going on instead of running away. I got a restraining order against GF2, and TB's wife put him on a very short leash, but they eventually divorced as he's a useless sack of s. T. It's 5 years later, I'm blessed with 2 gorgeous children. I started my own business after leaving my career behind to hide from the harassment, and it's going insanely well and I am grateful. Turns out leaving was not the end of my story. I received so much in return and my business was instrumental in our immigration. Yay! I just got engaged on Christmas Day. I think I'm a good example of living a good life being the best revenge. Yet he's never fully given up on harassing me and it makes me angry since I've done nothing to this boss but trust him and try to be a good girlfriend at the time. I didn't lie, cheat, use a fake name, harass him, threaten him or insult him. Yet he makes me the bad guy, gal? In all his woe is me stories. He has no shame, no remorse and no limits when it comes to the harassment and lies he will conjure up, typical psychopath. He would often post on Twitter and here on Reddit how he's the victim and being harassed only so people can reply to him and PM him shame poor you, and he then shares personal and contact details so strangers can have a go at me / his ex-wife. So technically he's doing nothing, just instigating the action. We've been living in different countries, we're both citizens of my home country, hence the visa part, until this year, so it's near impossible to get cross-border help for what the police consider domestic issues and not that important. It's mostly cyberbullying, emails, yes I block them as they come in, giving bogus reviews of my business, mailing my clients, finding out where I live and then letting me know he knows, creepy stuff. It's like he's punishing me for being found out, not realizing only his own actions and lies are to blame. Nobody forced him to cheat multiple times with multiple women. Nobody forced him to stalk and harass and commit identity theft. Nobody forced him to lie day after day after day. And he's now escalated to making false police reports. One of the women he cheated with, there were 4 he rotated, figuratively, during his visa orgy, found out he fake named her and opened a rape by deception case against him. Still not the same country, so nothing will come of it. To make things even more interesting, he got her pregnant too. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Bullets have left guns slower than this guy's child-making sperm, it seems. For the most part, I ignore his crap, I don't reply, I don't engage, I live my life and I am truly happy, can't even say I hate the guy or have any feelings about it whatsoever as it's been so long, but I do find that I get furious when he resurfaces every so often with a new game. And I really want to get rid of that emotion too. I block where I can, don't make any of my personal contact details public, use a family name on social media so he can't find me and so on. Business details are unfortunately known and cannot just change numbers / email addresses every few months because of a psycho ex. But sometimes, like tonight when he starts with new sh. T just before the new year I want to peel off my own face and tear it in two and again until I have a handful of my face confetti from frustration. Tonight's surprise entailed finding out that he teamed up with GF2 again to kickstart their harassment, the one who told his wife at the time, and a fun time was had by all. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this posse got married again and he's already convinced his new wife that he is a victim of all the lies of the horrible women who are harassing him for no reason at all, right? No mention of how he's keeping the nightmare alive with lies, fake profiles and false stories. Poor little Nunu. And the wife couldn't pour piss out of a boot with instructions written on the heel, so believes every word this turd sells her. And now she's emailing insults too, really nasty below the belt stuff, and I really want to punch her in the throat for calling my son a bastard amongst other things. I can't even. I've sent her a cease and desist notice as she was going mental on email. No doubt he'll have a story ready and no doubt she'll eat it up with her daily Big Mac. I guess my only question is, how do I get this awful waste of skin out of my life, and why do I still get angry? I try so hard to just wipe my ass with his crap. Sometimes, like tonight, I am unsuccessful. Anyway, now that I've written all the frustration out of me, I realize this post is long and probably better suited on True off my chest. If you made it to this point, you are the real hero of this story. Cheers to 2022. Here are some of the best Q and As. Q, how'd you go? Question mark. A, I'll be honest, in the past I opted for hiding instead of fighting. Apart from the few instances where I would reply to his emails, especially where he involved other people, setting the record straight or asking him to stop and explain that his contact is unwelcome and harassment. Unfortunately, he likes getting responses, even negative ones. Attention is attention, I guess. So I have a record of asking him not to contact me and pointing out every lie in his various emails. It helped somewhat as his mom, now deceased, and sister backed off, realizing, hey, op is not the ah here. The problem is when I do more legally, he retaliates, and that's usually in the form of messing with my business, emailing my clients, or, when I was still a normal employee, emailing my boss. The good news is we're in the same country since this year, and I have made a complaint with the police, as did two of his exes, in addition to another one of many years ago that the police surely can look up on their system, so it sort of shows he's always been one to stalk/harass his exes. It's not a new thing or only me. I am considering applying for an injunction if he escalates now that his BFF is back on board. I saw a solicitor a few weeks ago who said start with a cease and desist notice and escalate from there. At the time I was dealing with a lot of hateful emails from his wife. So his wife got her notice and I haven't heard anything from her since. So I have hope. But you can see how sneaky they are. Now he's getting the old friend to jump in again. I have a restraining order against her in my home country, but I've moved since then, so can't enforce it, as you have to be in court there to do so. The police said they can't help if I'm not there to appear in court when she's brought before court for contempt of a court order. Seems he finds a loophole every time to continue with his obsession. But I am looking into more legal ways to cut them all off and out. Thank you. Q, out of interest, why no restraining order? This could be called something else where you are. My apologies for any misunderstanding, or AVO as a preventative measure, i.e. having done this at the start? Also, how do they obtain your customers' personal information? Could also get a legal representative, authorized to perform on your behalf, in court, subject to your nation's laws surrounding this. Good luck! Exclamation mark. A, in my home country, it's called a restraining order. I have one against the first girlfriend who helped him and popped up again yesterday, but not against him as we were in different countries at the time. Now we're in the same country, but that means the first girlfriend and I are in different countries, so it'll be hard to make use of the restraining order. It's South Africa, so police generally don't give a rat's ass about domestic violence, harassment, etc. They barely care about murder and rape. For a restraining order to proceed to court in South Africa, the applicant and respondent must appear in person, as both have the right to question each other. The big problem is this dude: if he stops, everyone stops. He's the driving force behind all the crap and the root of all the evil. You saw in my post how he got a strange woman, his current wife, who does not know me, has never seen me, nothing, yet she hates mailing me. So where I am now, it's called an injunction. I've been to a solicitor just before the holidays who advised me to start with the cease and desist notices, so once we need to escalate and apply for an injunction, we can show the court, look, we asked them to stop and made it clear the communication is unsolicited. So I'm working towards that. As for the client's information, I had it on my LinkedIn profile for marketing, so I'll say I've recently completed projects for X, Y, and Z. Didn't even think at the time that someone can be so evil and contact clients. It completely blindsided me. But all info has been removed, so no new clients are known. Hopefully. Sigh. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.